You sleep for a full 8 hours, but when your eyes open in the morning, your body is completely exhausted. Your energy is drained, your joints ache, and your mind feels foggy by mid-afternoon. You tell yourself it's just stress, or maybe just getting older. And then you immediately reach for a cup of coffee or an energy drink just to push through the day. But you are wrong. In 1927, deep beneath the ruins of ancient Nippur, a 4,000-year-old clay tablet was pulled from a sealed jar. This Sumerian tablet recorded a terrifying truth that modern science refuses to accept. According to the ancient scribe, you do not wake up exhausted because of a lack of sleep. You wake up exhausted because in the dark of night, while you were in a deep slumber, something was feeding on your inner light.
And the most incredible part? The ancient world knew exactly how to fight back. They possessed specific foods and biblical drinks that literally restored this inner light from the inside out. This clay tablet was given the catalog number N2847. When it reached the University of Pennsylvania Museum, it was tossed into a wooden drawer in the basement archive, where it lay untranslated and hidden in the dark for 44 years. In 1971, when a philologist named Eleanor Ashworth finally completed its translation, major academic journals flat out refused to publish her findings. Modern medical science told you that chronic fatigue is just a normal part of life, and they began selling you synthetic pills and factory-made powders.
They actively suppressed the ancient truths that had protected humanity for centuries. What exactly was written on this forbidden tablet? And what were the ancient, biblical drinks capable of bringing our stolen energy back? Before we decode this mystery, hit the subscribe button to Mythos Decoded. If you want to uncover the suppressed histories, ancient warnings, and forbidden knowledge locked away in museum basements, turn on the bell icon. Let's decode the truth they tried to hide. The author of tablet N2847, a temple official named Enmatar, describes specific physical locations on Earth where the boundary between our visible world and another world runs dangerously thin. The tablet calls these boundaries the thin places. Through these invisible tears in reality, entities enter the dwellings of men. The tablet doesn't call them demons, it calls them the unhoused, beings with no bodies of their own.
Enmatar writes that when a human sleeps, their inner light becomes loose in the body, no longer fully anchored. It is in this vulnerable state that the unhoused reach us, feeding on our inner light, because it is the exact energy they require to survive. Today, half the world is chronically fatigued and running on sheer willpower. We think our biological batteries are just drained from modern stress, but the ancients understood that our inner light was being siphoned away in the dark. To stop this invisible threat and heal their bodies, they didn't rely on chemicals. They drank what the earth provided, drinks that are heavily documented in biblical texts and ancient history. Among these ancient remedies, two powerful drinks stand out for their ability to directly restore and anchor your inner light. The first is pomegranate juice. Pomegranates are woven throughout ancient scripture. They were the symbol of abundance in the Promised Land and decorated the pillars of Solomon's temple. But ancient people didn't just revere them for their beauty. Modern science has recently decoded what the ancients always knew. Pomegranates contain unique compounds that, when digested, produce a substance called urolithin A. This compound goes directly to work repairing your mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside every single cell that produce the energy your body runs on. In the language of modern biology, your mitochondria are your inner light. The energy the unhoused drain from you at night is exactly what pure pomegranate juice restores at a cellular level. The second is tart cherry juice. Cultivated in the fertile lands of the ancient Near East, the dark tart cherry contains something remarkable: natural melatonin and tryptophan. From an ancient perspective,
A vulnerable, restless sleep leaves your inner light dangerously loose.
Clinical research confirms that tart cherry juice significantly increases deep sleep efficiency and reduces wakefulness. It provides the deep, undisturbed, armored sleep required to firmly anchor your inner light back into your physical body, putting it entirely out of reach of the unhoused. We convinced ourselves that we outgrew nature. We stripped the goodness out of the ancient human diet and replaced it with artificial energy drinks and lab-made supplements. And what is the result? We are more exhausted, sick, and drained than ever before. Scribe Enmetar warned 4,000 years ago that if humanity forgot its ancient protections, our settlements would begin to quietly come apart. Tonight, when you lay down to sleep, and tomorrow morning when you wake up feeling drained, look at your cup of coffee and think about it. You are trying to fight a supernatural cellular drain with roasted beans and sugar, when the ancients mapped out the ultimate biological defense thousands of years ago. Nourish your body with the biblical gifts the earth was designed to provide. Repair your mitochondria. Restore your inner light. Because as long as your light remains weak and unanchored, those entities will keep finding their way through your door. Until next time on Mythos Decoded, nourish your body, keep your doors watched, and your inner light guarded.